Chosen one, hear this with the deepest attention of your spirit, because what I am about to say is not ordinary. It is not a message to be skimmed or casually dismissed. It is a declaration that reaches directly into your heart, speaking to the very essence of who you are, your calling, your destiny, your purpose. Right now, in this moment, God is making a move in your life, a shift that cannot be delayed, postponed, or ignored. What you may have perceived as rejection, as closed doors, as moments of isolation or silence, was never what it seemed. You were never denied, never forsaken, never abandoned. What appeared as setbacks were carefully orchestrated redirections, divine realignments designed to place you exactly where you are meant to be. For too long, you may have questioned yourself. You may have asked, why does it feel like every opportunity slips through my hands? Why do the paths I seek remain closed while others move forward effortlessly? Listen closely, for the answer is not in human reasoning. The answer is in God's timing. The answer is in divine protection. What looked like rejection was a shield against what was not yet ready for your life. The closed doors were not barriers. They were guardians redirecting you away from harm, away from compromise, away from the very things that would have delayed your destiny. This message is for the rare, the chosen, the ones whose hearts are burning with expectation and whose spirits feel restless with anticipation. You are not ordinary. You are marked. You are set apart. Every trial, every disappointment, every quiet moment has been a thread weaving the tapestry of your purpose. And now, the pattern is emerging. The divine plan is unfolding. In the moments to come, I will unveil what this redirection means, how it connects to your destiny, and what steps God is asking you to take to align fully with His will. You will begin to see the signs that have been appearing all along, though unnoticed, guiding you toward what is truly meant for you. You will understand why your path has been unique, why your journey has been different, and why your breakthrough cannot be measured by what others achieve. Take a deep breath, chosen one. Prepare your spirit, because God is about to reveal that what seemed like rejection was in fact protection, and your life is about to move into a season of favor, alignment, and divine redirection that will leave you in awe. The moments you've endured, the delays, the seeming detours, they are all part of a greater design, orchestrated by a hand far wiser than any human understanding. God sees every tear you have shed, every unanswered prayer, every moment of frustration, when the world seemed to move ahead while you remained in stillness. Nothing has been wasted. Every pause, every silence, every closed door was intentional, carefully placed to protect you from paths that would have led you astray, or prematurely exposed you to trials you were not yet prepared to face. What you have experienced is not random. It is divine calibration. God is not simply watching from a distance. He is intimately involved in the very details of your journey. There is a precision to His movements, a wisdom that surpasses the limits of your comprehension, and a timing that aligns perfectly with the fullness of your destiny. When God redirects, He does so with purpose, ensuring that every step forward is not only safe, but also strategic, positioning you for maximum impact, influence, and fulfillment. Think of your life as a river. Sometimes it seems to stall trapped behind rocks and fallen trees. You may feel the current has stopped, that progress is impossible. But the Creator is at work shifting obstacles, carving new channels, and preparing a path that will lead to wide open waters flowing exactly where you were always meant to go. What looks like stagnation is actually preparation. What feels like rejection is actually shielding. What seems like isolation is actually positioning. There is a sacred intelligence behind every moment that has challenged you, every season that tested your faith, and every door that closed in your face. These are not punishments. They are refinements. They are the divine sculpting of a life that is meant to reflect light, purpose, and power beyond what you could achieve on your own. And as you begin to recognize this, a shift will occur within you. Your understanding will expand. Your heart will awaken to the rhythm of divine timing. You will see that every hardship was an unseen hand guiding every setback, a calculated step towards something greater. And every disappointment, a signal that God's plan was bigger than what you had imagined. This is why you have endured the waiting, why you have persisted through uncertainty, and why you have survived moments that felt unbearable. It was never wasted. It was never meaningless. And now the moment of revelation is approaching. Soon you will understand the depth of God's redirection, and you will see that every step taken in faith, every act of patience, every surrender of control has been building toward a precise moment where favor, opportunity, and protection converge. Your eyes will be opened to see what God has been orchestrating behind the scenes, and your heart will recognize the fingerprints of the divine upon every aspect of your life. This is not coincidence. This is destiny unfolding. And the revelation that awaits will ignite a new level of faith, clarity, and confidence in the path God has carved uniquely for you. Now the veil begins to lift. The shift that has been quietly forming in your life is about to become visible. The closed doors, the missed opportunities, the seasons where you felt invisible, they are all converging into a moment of divine unveiling. God is not simply redirecting you for safety. He is preparing a breakthrough that will reveal the fullness of your purpose in ways you have longed for, but could not yet comprehend. This is the moment where the unseen hand musses where the pieces fall into place, and where what seemed impossible becomes inevitable. Imagine a path shrouded in mist. For months, maybe years, you have walked carefully, unsure of the direction, unsure of who to trust, unsure of what doors will open or close. Then suddenly the fog begins to lift. Shapes emerge. Light breaks through. You see the road ahead, not perfectly clear, but unmistakably aligned with the purpose you have carried deep within your soul. That is what God is unveiling in your life. Every detour, every misstep, every moment of waiting has led to this threshold. And on the other side of that threshold lies the fulfillment you were always meant to reach. This unveiling will not be subtle. You will sense it in your spirit first, a stirring, a quickening, an undeniable pull towards something that excites yet challenges you. It may feel like a nudge at first, gentle, but persistent. Then it will intensify, becoming a force that cannot be ignored, a magnetic alignment drawing you toward your destiny. Doors that once felt permanently closed will begin to open. Connections that seemed random will become purposeful. Opportunities will align as if the universe itself bends to accommodate the plan God has for you. But this is not merely about external events. It is about the revelation of who you are meant to become. God is unveiling the strength, wisdom, and courage within you that has been cultivated in the quiet seasons, forged in trials, and refined through patience. You are being prepared to step into a role that exceeds ordinary expectations, a calling that will inspire, elevate, and transform not just your life, but the lives of others who are connected to your path. This is your moment to recognize that what was withheld was never denial. It was preparation. What was delayed was never rejection. It was redirection. And what was hidden was never absence. It was protection. As this prophetic unveiling unfolds, pay attention to the moments of clarity, the synchronicities, the people and circumstances that suddenly appear aligned with your purpose. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are the signposts of God's orchestration, pointing you toward a destiny that is divinely calibrated. You will begin to recognize that the timing has always been perfect, that your patience was not in vain, and that every challenge was a stepping stone toward this season of alignment and favor. Prepare yourself, for the revelation is not only external, it will awaken something deep within your soul. You will find a newfound confidence in your decisions, a strengthened discernment in your choices, and an unshakable assurance that the path you are on is not random. You are entering a season where divine clarity and purpose merge, where every step you take is guided, guarded, and blessed. The prophecy being unveiled is a declaration you were never rejected. You were never overlooked. You were always being redirected, and now the culmination of God's careful, loving guidance is manifesting before your eyes. There is a profound spiritual principle woven into the redirection you have experienced, one that many overlook until they begin to reflect deeply on the journey itself. Life is rarely linear. Paths are rarely straight. God rarely allows His chosen to travel without pause, without testing, without a season of refining. Every closed door, every delay, every moment of what felt like rejection carries a sacred lesson, a divine rhythm that shapes character, strengthens faith, and aligns the soul with purpose. Consider the seasons of nature. A seed buried deep in the soil does not sprout the moment it lands. It remains hidden, encased in darkness, nourished by the earth, strengthened by the pressures surrounding it. Then, when the conditions are perfect, when the timing aligns with the invisible rhythms of creation, it breaks through the soil, reaching upward toward the light. So it is with your life. Your delays, your disappointments, your periods of waiting. These are the soils in which your destiny has been rooted, unseen, yet growing protected, yet preparing to emerge in radiant fulfillment. God's redirection carries a similar rhythm. It is not merely about moving you away from what is unfit. It is about positioning you for what is truly ordained. When He closes a door, it is not punishment, it is wisdom. When He delays a breakthrough, it is not neglect, it is preparation. When He allows you to face challenges that seem insurmountable, it is not rejection, it is refinement. Each moment has a purpose, and each trial serves a higher meaning. The storms you endured were not meant to drown you. They were meant to awaken the strength within you that you did not yet recognize. The obstacles were not meant to stop you. They were meant to redirect you to a path of greater impact, divine alignment, and deeper fulfillment. Spiritual redirection also teaches discernment. It sharpens the soul's ability to recognize what is authentic, what is aligned with destiny, and what must be released. You begin to see that not every opportunity, not every relationship, not every open door is meant for you. God's protective hand ensures that your life remains on course, that your energy, attention, and spirit are preserved for what truly matters. You are being trained to navigate life with spiritual wisdom, to move with intention, and to embrace the paths that bear the fingerprints of divine design. There is a deeper dimension to this process, one that transcends the visible. God is shaping not only your circumstances, but also your character, your faith, and your resilience. Every moment of confusion, every second of waiting, every sign that felt like a dead end has been crafting a heart capable of carrying the destiny that now approaches. Your spirit has been strengthened to endure. Your vision has been clarified to see what others cannot, and your patience has been honed to align with the perfect timing of heaven. This is why the redirection feels so personal, so intimate, and so precise. It is not generic. It is custom-tailored to the contours of your life, designed to awaken gifts, to protect your calling, and to reveal the depth of your spiritual inheritance. You are being prepared to walk a path that is rare, powerful, and fully aligned with your divine assignment. The spiritual meaning behind your waiting is simple, yet profound. You are not lost, you are not rejected, and you are not delayed by mistake. Every step has been guided by an unseen hand. Every closed door has been a signpost, and every trial has been a teacher shaping you into the vessel you were created to be. When you embrace this understanding, your perspective shifts. You no longer see rejection, you see protection. You no longer see delay, you see preparation. You no longer see obstacles, you see guidance. The spiritual depth of your journey is revealed. It is a masterclass in trust, a training ground for faith, and a testament to the power of divine timing. And as you begin to internalize this truth, you will recognize that every redirection was and continues to be an act of divine love designed to position you for your greatest season yet. Even before you fully understand the redirection in your life, there are signs appearing all around you. Subtle whispers of confirmation that God is actively guiding your steps. These signs are not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes they arrive as quiet nudges, fleeting moments, or coincidences that feel too precise to be random. Pay attention, for they are meant to reassure you that the path you are on is not accidental. You may notice opportunities coming that align perfectly with your skills, your passions, or your calling. These openings feel like answers to prayers you may not have spoken aloud. They arrive when you least expect them, yet their timing is impeccable, revealing that the universe itself is orchestrating circumstances in your favor. Each of these openings is a confirmation that the redirection is intentional and sacred. Another sign is the sudden release of burdens that once weighed heavily on you. Obstacles that seemed immovable begin to dissolve. Conflicts that drained your spirit are resolved. You feel lighter, freer, as though invisible chains are being lifted. This is not coincidence. It is divine timing, a physical manifestation of protection and guidance, showing you that God's hand is working behind the scenes to prepare your path. You may also encounter people who appear at just the right moment, mentors, allies, or even strangers who provide insight, encouragement, or resources that help you navigate your journey. These individuals are placed strategically, not by chance, but as instruments of divine alignment. They serve as living confirmations that your life is being carefully directed toward its purpose. Other signs may appear internally. You might feel a renewed sense of clarity, peace, or conviction even amid uncertainty. Moments of doubt or fear may begin to dissipate, replaced with an inner assurance that something greater is unfolding. Your intuition becomes sharper, your discernment more accurate, and your faith grows in ways that seem almost supernatural. These internal confirmations are equally important, for they demonstrate that God is working within you, shaping your heart and mind in harmony with your destiny. Finally, notice patterns in your circumstances. Doors that previously closed may reopen with ease. Tasks once difficult may suddenly become manageable, and paths that were hidden now appear illuminated. These repeated alignments are a clear signal that you are moving into a season of divine favor. Every sign, both subtle and obvious, confirms that you are not lost, you are not rejected, and you are not alone. Take heart in these confirmations. They are the proof of God's redirection, evidence that your journey, with all its detours and delays, has been carefully guided. Recognize them, celebrate them, and allow them to strengthen your faith as you continue forward with confidence, knowing that every step you take is in alignment with a purpose far greater than you have yet imagined. Even as the signs of divine alignment appear, there will still be hidden challenges along your path. These obstacles are not meant to punish you or signal failure. They are tests designed to strengthen your faith, refine your character, and prepare your spirit for the fullness of what is coming. God does not deliver breakthroughs without ensuring that your heart, mind, and soul are ready to receive them. Some challenges will be visible, appearing as sudden conflicts, delays, or opposition from unexpected sources. Others will be subtle internal struggles, moments of doubt, anxiety, or confusion that test your perseverance. These moments may feel unfair or overwhelming, but they are part of the divine process, shaping you into a person capable of walking fully into your purpose. You may encounter situations where your patience is stretched, where doors seem to close repeatedly, or where efforts appear fruitless. These are not signs of rejection. They are opportunities to strengthen resilience and deepen trust in God's timing. Each obstacle is a divine lesson showing you the areas where faith must prevail over fear and trust must outweigh uncertainty. Some challenges may come in the form of resistance from people who cannot understand the direction God has placed you in. This resistance is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of the unique role you are destined to play. As your path aligns with divine purpose, you will naturally draw both support and opposition. The opposition serves to clarify your intentions, solidify your resolve, and reveal the true strength of your calling. Other hidden challenges may appear as internal battles, old habits, fears, or self-doubt that attempt to pull you back into comfort or conformity. These internal struggles are a critical part of the refinement process. God allows them to surface so that they can be confronted, broken, and replaced with confidence, clarity, and spiritual strength. Remember this: challenges are not detours. They are part of the journey. They are not punishments. They are protections and preparations. Every struggle you face is evidence that God is molding your life for something greater. Stand firm. Maintain faith and embrace these challenges as part of the process. They will strengthen your spirit, sharpen your discernment, and make the eventual breakthrough far more powerful and impactful than it would have been without this preparation. The hidden challenges exist to remind you that divine redirection is both protective and purposeful. They are shaping you to receive favor, wisdom, and destiny with humility, courage, and readiness. Endure them with faith, knowing that God's hand remains over you, guiding, guarding, and preparing you for the fulfillment that is coming. As the redirection and preparation unfold in your life, God is calling you to act with intention, faith, and clarity. This is not a passive season. It is a time for sacred action, a time to align your choices, habits, and spirit with the destiny that is being unveiled. Every instruction from the Lord is designed to empower you, not burden you, and to position you to step fully into the favor, protection, and purpose that has been waiting for you. First, guard your heart and mind. Pay attention to what you feed yourself spiritually and emotionally. Limit distractions, negative influences, and anything that pulls your focus away from God's guidance. Strengthen your connection through prayer, meditation on Scripture, and deliberate time with the Spirit. Your inner alignment is just as important as external circumstances. Your heart must be attuned to the voice of God so that you can recognize the subtle directions of divine redirection. Second, cultivate patience and perseverance. There is a rhythm to divine timing, and rushing or forcing outcomes disrupts the process. Trust that every closed door, every delay, and every moment of stillness has a purpose. Continue to move forward in faith even when progress seems slow. Keep sowing seeds of integrity, kindness, and diligence, for these efforts will bear fruit in ways that are aligned with your highest calling. Third, practice discernment in your decisions. Not every opportunity that appears is aligned with your divine path. Learn to ask for confirmation through prayer, reflection, and wise counsel. God often communicates guidance through signs, circumstances, and the impressions of your spirit. When something resonates deeply and brings peace, clarity, and alignment with your calling, that is a signal to move forward. When confusion, tension, or unease dominates, pause and seek further clarity before committing. Fourth, embrace the lessons of every challenge. When obstacles arise, respond not with frustration, but with faith. Consider every trial as a teacher, every setback as a shaping tool, and every difficulty as a signal that your readiness is being tested. Record these lessons, internalize them, and allow them to refine your character. The depth of your wisdom, patience, and resilience will determine the magnitude of your future breakthroughs. Fifth, actively pursue opportunities that align with your calling. Take steps to prepare your skills, expand your knowledge, and deepen your understanding. Position yourself where your gifts can be recognized, refined, and utilized. God's redirection is not passive. It calls for active participation. Your obedience to preparation, discipline, and proactive alignment will amplify the speed and impact of your destiny. Sixth, remain humble and grateful. Even as favor and opportunity begin to unfold, maintain a spirit of gratitude and recognition of God's hand in every detail. Humility opens the door for continued guidance and keeps you grounded in your purpose. It prevents pride from clouding your judgment and ensures that your actions are aligned with the divine will. Finally, trust the unseen. Much of God's redirection operates beyond what you can see or understand. Release anxiety over the unknown and embrace faith that the invisible hand is orchestrating your journey. Every moment of preparation, every lesson learned, every closed door is a step toward a path that is divinely curated. Walk boldly, act faithfully, and remain sensitive to the Spirit's guidance. By embracing these instructions, you are not only preparing to receive God's favor, you are co-creating with Him. You are stepping into empowerment, alignment, and readiness. The choices you make today, guided by these steps, will shape the trajectory of your destiny, ensuring that the season of breakthrough, blessing, and divine fulfillment unfolds with precision and clarity. As you navigate this season of redirection and preparation, know this: you are not walking alone. Divine protection surrounds you even when you cannot see it, even when circumstances appear uncertain or challenging. God's hand is over your life, a shield that guards your spirit, your heart, and your destiny from harm. The same power that orchestrates your redirection is actively keeping you safe, guiding every step, and ensuring that the path before you is secure. Imagine a light surrounding you, a luminous barrier that no darkness can penetrate. Every decision, every step forward, and every moment of faith strengthens this shield. The forces that once sought to hinder, distract, or derail you are powerless against the protection God has placed over your life. You may encounter opposition or resistance, but it will not have the final word. Your protection is unshakable because it is rooted in divine authority, not human approval or circumstance. You may feel moments of fear or uncertainty as the road ahead may still appear unclear. That is natural. But take comfort in knowing that what is unseen is working tirelessly on your behalf. God's presence surrounds you like an unbreakable fortress. Angels are dispatched to guard and intervene in ways you may not even recognize. Every redirection, every delay, every moment of patience is accompanied by spiritual oversight, ensuring that you are shielded from what could harm you and led toward what is meant for your life.